Hey guys, in today's video, I want to talk about all things brushes. Ooh. Okay, confession time. I have been watching makeup videos on YouTube for a really long time. I am not saying that I am awesome at putting on makeup. I think one of the reasons that I love watching other people do makeup is because it is such an art and they just transform their faces and the colors are so beautiful. And of course, you know, I don't try and recreate them because I know my skill level. They're like up here and I'm like down here if I'm being nice. So I never want to try and come off as someone who's like, this is how you should do your makeup, but it does not mean that I don't enjoy doing makeup and putting on makeup and watching makeup videos. You hear my dog? She's so noisy. She's so cute, but she's so noisy. So I'm sorry if she's in the background. I can't help it. She's in another room, but she's still loud. Sorry, guys. So 2 brush sets that just came out, and that is going to be the Wayne Goss anniversary set. This is a new, like, I guess a relaunch for him of his original brush set. And then the Jaclyn Hill Morphe, like, collection favorites set. So I decided to get both, and I wanted to do a little bit of like compare and contrast against the two. So with the Jaclyn set from Morphe, what you're going to get is 23 makeup brushes. And they're going to come inside one of their really cool... I've been wanting this by itself for a really long time, so the fact that it included it, I totally had to pick this up. And I think they sold out really fast. I was just lucky when I went on that they were available. So I think they're going to restock, and I'm sure they will, but, you know, I'm sorry if I'm talking about something that you weren't able to pick up, but hopefully they'll restock and you can order it. So the way this box works, let me see here. It has like a black, almost like snakeskin feel, and then the brush set itself kind of like opens like this and lays flat so that you can put all of your brushes inside. So she did a collection of 23 brushes, and some of them I already had as recommendations from her last video, but it was actually cheaper to get the whole set than it was to try and piece together some of the brushes. So I just went ahead and got all of them so that I have spares as well. Now, I don't know if I necessarily want to talk about each individual brush, but I mean, there are 23 brushes in here, which is insane. And they are all across different lines. So some are from the Elite collection, some are from the Rose Gold collection, some are from the M collection. So I mean, it's kind of like all over the place. I will say, when I first got the brushes and I opened them up, there was a distinct, like, plastic / almost gasoline-y, like, very strong scent that came off of these brushes. And so I've had to let them kind of sit out so they can get some air to them. And then I'm going to have to wash all of them because sometimes I just like to... There she is. Can you hear her? Sometimes I just also like to wash all of my makeup brushes, you know, when they're brand new, just to see if there's anything like left over from the factories or anything, and, you know, just kind of get them clean and ready for use on my face. I ordered the Wayne Goss anniversary collection. Honestly, I've been lusting after them for a really, really long time for any of his brushes, and they are a bit more expensive. So the Wayne Goss brush collection set, these are handmade brushes, and one thing about these is, as far as I know, most all of these brushes are all natural hair brushes as well. And I have to say, I was really happy to support Wayne Goss because I just think he's one of the most down-to-earth and friendly and just informative like makeup artist I've ever seen. He doesn't necessarily tend to do crazy trends, but I love that he's so honest, and I always feel like that connection when I'm watching his videos. His makeup video around like decluttering and his like upbringing, those things just really got to me, and that was what tipped me over the edge when I saw that one, and I saw how, you know, he was spending so much of his money living on the same type of salary he used to make, reinvesting back into his brushes, which he did all by himself, and then, you know, trying to save up money to get his mom to live near him. It just made me like have to support him. You know what I mean? Like, there are some people that you just watch forever and you're just like, gosh, I need to do something to support them. And this was it. And I think in return, I get something pretty cool too, which are these amazing brushes. So they are, it says they're handcrafted in Kumano, Japan, from the softest natural hair bristles, and they're exclusively on Beautylish. And I have to say that Beautylish really impressed me because I went on to their website and I purchased them. And not only did I see that they offered, you can do a payment plan for like the brushes or probably other things on their site. And I thought that was just really neat that they offer that, you know, understanding that some people are on a budget, but they still want, you know, some of these luxury items, and they're trying to find a way to make it so people can have them. So kudos to Beautylish, because I thought that was amazing that when I saw that. And then, you know, I just ordered them, and I think they're in California maybe, but I had gotten an email that says, we've upgraded you to next day, like as a free courtesy type thing. And I was just like really impressed with Beautylish for doing that. I've never ordered from there before, but I just thought that was so nice. And of course, like, you know, when you order things online, that is the excruciating part, was trying to wait for them to come because you want them so badly. And I just thought that was so cool that they did that. And they didn't charge me any more money for shipping. So thank you to Beautylish for sending them faster. I did pay for all of these brushes myself. You know, this video is not sponsored. There's no discounts. Sorry, like I don't have a discount with Morphe, but of course, you know, every beauty YouTuber out there does. So, you know, pick one that you want to support and use their code at checkout. I did use Jaclyn's code at checkout, of course, because this is her brush collection set. So it's only right to do that. So I want to show you with the Wayne Goss set, what you pay is $225. I know it's steep, but like I said, for so many of the reasons that, you know, I've already talked about, it hurt, but I was kind of happy to do it at the same time. And I'm hoping that these brushes like last me forever because, you know, I have high expectations for them. So I just want to go through what you get with the Wayne Goss set as well. There is one brush in particular that has been, I guess, reimagined and redesigned and is exclusive to the anniversary set, and that is this brush right here. It is the #1, and you'll see like these ones have a black glossy like handle, and now it says like Wayne Goss on it, which I think is really cool, because I think in a video he had talked about how he had reinvested money to try and be able to like get his name put onto them, which I thought was really cool. But this is that brush, and it has like an angled kind of kabuki top, and you can see like all the brushes, like this one is like white. So I'm gonna cry a little bit the first time that I have to put foundation on it and like, you know, swipe it on my face, but I'm saying like, this is seriously the softest brush I have ever seen. It's so amazing. Just to like run it, like I don't want to even run it on my face because I have makeup on right now, and I didn't want to use this brush to put on foundation before I talked about it because I knew then it would show up as dirty, but like I cannot wait to try this brush. It is so amazingly soft, and they do say that, you know, the first few times that you use these brushes, you probably are going to experience a little bit of fallout or, you know, brush shedding because of the nature of them being natural hair brushes, and it's not like they're defective. It's just kind of like the experience of how you use these particular brushes, but just thought I would put that out there. They do say that that is going to happen. So far, the only thing that I'll say that I am not loving about these brushes are I wish that the handle barrels were a little bit longer. It's not like they're too short, but like if I'm looking at, you know, some of the other brushes from Morphe, once you have, you know, like the casing and the handle, they're just taller brushes, and sometimes I like the feel of a longer brush as I'm doing my makeup. But this one, it's beautiful. I don't know what else to say about it. And it's so soft. I just want to rub it all over my face. Okay. That is the first brush. So there are 8 brushes total in here. And I think they're supposed to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Are the brush numbers. So number 2. Oh my gosh. Honestly, it's just, ugh. I wish you could just feel this. They are seriously the softest brushes, and it's a luxurious soft. I don't know how best to explain it. Like there are some brushes that are soft, but they're not dense, and then when you try to use them, they just aren't impressive, and they're just kind of like, eh. But this feels just like feels so amazing. Okay, but the number 2 brush is going to be a bit more pointed on this one. And I don't know if they're calling this more of like a contour or, you know, I don't have it like pulled up in front of me and I could definitely go look at it. But this brush, honestly, this one does have a slightly, it seems like a slightly longer handle than the other one. But I am really, really liking this one. Oh man, can you imagine the highlighter and perfection? That would just be amazing as well. But like contour, like how precise it would be. This brush, oh, it's so beautiful. They're all so beautiful. The number 3 is more of, oh my God. Excuse me for a minute as I just sit here and rub these all over my hands. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's more of a pointed crease like this. So this is going to be really amazing for getting right in there. Oh my gosh. I'm just like putting this on my eye socket basically, and it just feels amazing. I don't even know how to describe it. It just feels, it feels so good. I don't even know what animal this is, but I love it. Oh my gosh. I don't know what is that soft possibly. So this is the number 4 brush, and it is a slightly, you know, it's a smaller circumference and it's still pointy as well. So that's going to be really good if you're getting in there, I guess, you know, for that cut crease. Like this is going to be so precise. Oh my God, they're so soft. I know I'm going to say that like a million times, but like, oh, it's amazing. Okay. The number 5 brush is going to be a super, super duper pointed one. That could be really good for getting out here in that outer V. You may be getting underneath and doing your pencil. I mean, that is just a really cool brush. There you go. Number 6, this is more of that flat shader brush, which is awesome. It's nice to see that one. I was just going to say I was missing that. So that would be the kind that you would use to kind of like sometimes pack stuff all over the lid. I do worry that, you know, sometimes a lot of those like pigments or the foiled shadows, you really want like a synthetic flat one across the lid. So I don't know if it's going to be the best for that, but maybe for like more of the matte colors where you're just sweeping it all over. Otherwise, I'd probably use a synthetic one for those types. Okay, so the next one, these are super tiny precise ones, which I love. But this little guy right here, oh my gosh, the number 7, how perfect is this for getting in right here in that inner corner highlight, or, you know, getting underneath on that lash line. This is amazing. So it's a super short little body and it's a little bit stiffer than the others. But again, these brushes are so soft. It feels amazing. And then last but not least, there is this little flat top one. I don't know if you can even, if you see that one. It's got a very short little body of bristles and it's a flat top across. So, I mean, you could use that for eyeliner. You could use that. I'd like to see it on my eyebrows as well. I mean, this is amazing. I haven't seen a tiny precise brush like this. This is perfect for so many things, especially like eyeliner. So that is going to be, and these 2 guys. These are the 8 brushes that are going to be included in the Wayne Goss anniversary set. So like I said, these brushes are $2.25 from Beautylish is where you get them. Next, I don't think I'll probably go through all 23 brushes because I think that would be crazy. But again, here are all of the brushes that you are going to get from Morphe. Now, this set from Morphe, they say that the retail value on it is $215. So that's why I thought it was a good comparison between that and the Wayne Goss brush at $225. But of course, you know, Morphe, they're going to give you a package deal, so it's like $150. And then if you used, you know, one of the Beauty Gurus type discounts, it's going to come down to maybe like $135 with an add-on tax and shipping, all that stuff. So it's still going to be around $150. So I still think it's kind of a fair comparison. Now, if you are just starting out with makeup, I do think, you know, this is a lot more bang for the buck. So, and I love this case. This I'm going to take on vacation with me when I go to like Disney World in Florida. We're going on a vacation, me and my husband. So like this is perfect because I do worry about taking brushes in, you know, in your bag and having them be crushed. So I am like super loving this case. And I love that it lays flat. So once you're ready to start looking at all your makeup brushes, it's nice and flat like this. Then when you're done with them, you just like close it up. And this, you just throw it back in your bag. This is amazing. Okay, So just quickly through some of these brushes as you go through, like this is an amazingly huge powder brush, you know, and they've got some for like, I think bronzing, and this is from the rose gold collection, right? And I do experience some fallout with the Morphe brushes as well, so I'm just putting that out there. This brush is a repeat. I already have this one, but it's nice to have an extra. It's a synthetic kind of round kabuki, and it's the Morphe M439 for foundation. I like that brush a lot. Like this one would be a really good one for getting underneath, you know, in getting powder, getting brushes, for blushes, maybe even doing a little contouring with this. This is also part of the rose gold collection. This is the R10. So, I mean, as we go through, there are so many brushes. Maybe I'll just like quickly say what they are, but not what they're for. I will say I think there is an abundance of eyeshadow and blending brushes, and if it weren't for the fact they were all packaged together, honestly, I could take out like, because there's like 7 of them, I could take out 3 and be just fine. You know what I mean? So, but for the package, I was like, okay, I might as well just get them all together. But this is the Morphe M530. We have the 437 and the 438, which is more of like a pointed one like this. And then we have a couple of other larger brushes. So this is the E47, which I do think is kind of interesting. I've heard that this is a really good one to maybe get in with that like nose contour, which is actually sometimes almost always a problem for me. So I am excited to try this there. And I know that she does a lot with like the baking and like putting like the translucent or RCMA powder like here with this brush to kind of like get ready for a wing. So that's kind of exciting. This is the E8, which means it's part of the Elite collection. I will say it's pretty soft, but nothing is as soft as those Wayne Goss brushes. Just putting that out there. And then we get into like a whole bunch of like eyeshadow brushes, right? Oh, well, maybe this one isn't because it's a little bit bigger. What is this? This is the 510, so that one's like really good for highlight, I bet. And then, what is this? A little fluffier. This is the 504, which is good for maybe just like all over. But for the rest, honestly, I'm going to pull these out here. Like, if you were looking, would you think that they're like really too much of a difference? Like, one's a little bit flatter across the top, one has a pointy, one's a little fluffier. But like, other than that, these look the same. You know what I mean? And there's 6 of them. So I could have done with half of these. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I'm not trying to be like poo-pah them, but like really, did you need 6 of what almost is exactly the same brush? Now these brushes, a little bit different, but if you think about it, like all 3 of these are more kind of like bullet brushes, right? So you've got like a really small one, a medium, and a large. Fine, that's very Goldilocks. Okay. And then these guys, right? This is a very pointed little crease one. This is that flatliner one for like underneath that lower lash line. And then this one I think is like the Wayne Goss one. I do like this and the really long handle. It's a super small bullet size, but like this is perfect for that inner corner highlight, maybe that down the bridge of the nose highlight right there where you're being super precise. So I do enjoy this brush as well. Alrighty, so those are all of the brushes in the Morphe collection. Like I said, there's 23 brushes and the case, and that one is a retail value of around $213, I believe they say, and then with the discounts and everything, it's around $150 after tax and shipping and all that stuff. It's hard to pick a winner because I think they both serve completely different purposes. I think, you know, the Wayne Goss one is like a high-end luxury splurge, hopefully they last for the rest of your life type brushes. And the reason that I'm doing it as well, like I said, is because I just really wanted to support Wayne Goss, and I really enjoy his content, and I think his makeup artistry skills are phenomenal, and I think that, you know, he's just so honest, and I love that about him. You know, he was one of the first people to talk out about unreal expectations when it comes to, you know, the face softening and, you know, skin smoothing that happens on YouTube that make us feel bad about ourselves because we don't look like the people sometimes that are on, you know, our screens and that we're trying to emulate, and we're using the same products or buying the same brushes and our results don't look the same, and it's because we're not being like photoshopped in real life like they are, which is a little bit of an unreal expectation. And I understand everyone does it, but it's just something to keep in mind that you know, just because you don't look exactly the way that they're coming across on screen doesn't mean that you're doing things wrong. So I think it's really important to know that. And I just really respect his honesty. So I was happy to buy his brush set. So I am so excited to try them because they feel like nothing I've ever had touch my face. They're amazing. All handmade, all like natural hair, which could be a problem for some, you know, when you start talking about how do they wear, or, you know, do they shed, or, you know, longevity. So it's just, it's something that I'm keeping in the back of my head, and I guess I can report back in the future on how those brushes are working out. But I'm so happy that I bought them. And then the Jaclyn Hill set, I think that if you can get your hands on it, because I know it sold out really fast and a lot of people are really frustrated that it did. And I see why it did, of course, because, you know, it is such a good value. You know, if you're looking, you know, and there's 7 eye brushes and 4 of them you don't need, even if you took those out and started to piece it together, it would probably cost about the same, you know. And Morphe does have a lot of like sets, you know, whether it be the rose gold set or other sets that you can purchase, like the copper ones, which, you know, are going to include a lot of brushes in similar types of styles that are going to definitely get the job done. That might be a bit cheaper because maybe you don't need 23 brushes. Maybe you need 10 brushes, you know? And so I do think that for a lot of the people, if you can justify spending the price, like $150 on the brushes, then I definitely think you should, because it makes a big difference, you know, in your confidence when you have like the right brushes and equipment to kind of like work on your masterpiece. And so if that makes you feel better and you have the money to do so, then do it. But please don't feel bad. I think at the same time, like if you can't afford the brush set, or, you know, if you're getting like a different brush set, it's totally fine. I think it's totally fine. I just think it's really important to put that out there, that sometimes, you know, it's not always about the brushes and stuff that you're using. It's just about how you work with what you have. So if you want to get more brushes in your collection, then this is a really good way that they've packaged them together and made it really simple to do so. But don't feel like you can't achieve probably a lot of these same looks that, you know, people on YouTube are achieving unless you have the exact same equipment. Do you know what I mean? I really think it's important to stress that. And the savings ninja in me really just has to say, like, go out, find one of the YouTubers that you support, look in their description box. Every single one of them, you know, is gonna have affiliate codes for saving money, and it doesn't cost you anything extra, and it maybe sometimes gives them a little bit of a commission, but like it is a lot of work to put all the descriptions and everything in the description box, but like it is helping them create more videos and support, you know, their families. And so I'm totally okay with that. Like none of that bothers me. So if there's a YouTuber that you like, support them by using their code online, and, you know, maybe give a shot to some of the products that they're recommending, but like only do it if you want to do it. You know what I mean? Like no one's forcing you to do it, but if you are going to do it, then maybe help support the people who are like bringing attention and awareness to, you know, some brands or items that you may not have ever tried before or heard of. So that is everything for my thoughts on the Wayne Goss Anniversary Collection set versus Jaclyn Hill Morphe Brush Collection set. And if you guys have thoughts and opinions on these brushes, or if you have them, I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Please put it in the comment section of this video. As always, I hope you guys are doing so awesome. I love hanging out with you and spending time with you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I will see you guys in a video very soon. Okay, bye.